of Biven.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dur, dur, dur.
Mm.
Sam gets out her other journal.
I gotta get the other notebook out.
Yeah.
I got my session notes here, but all right.
So, we find ourselves back in a far less lustrous world.
Very different character.
Yep.
And scene.
So,
All up in my feels for cat back to be like, hi.
so, as a real quick shotgun recap, we come to a world that has been broken. A world that is ruled by the Whispered One Vecna himself and his Whispered Horde. This world does still have denizens belonging to the previously referred to as civilized races. Though, under each banner, they find a heel has been placed on their neck. Our party consists of Rhodes. Go ahead and give a real quick intro and description for your character.
Sorry. Chio. wait. Mind shift. Chio is a. I'm blanking on the name of the content. A monk from Yoshino. She is very focused in what she does. She's here on a mission to ensure that the absolute insanity of this continent does not seep over to her own homeland.
All right. Amongst Chio, we have Brian. Would you like to describe your character?
Huh, do I?
Yay!
So my dwarf is named Boykin Hammerthrow. Comes from a line of nobility that is the Hammerthrows. We actually just got back from saving my idiot brother Brotrak, who's just the biggest dum-dum in the world that we know of. Brotrak could have procreated at some point and made children. They could be dumber, but that's neither here or there. So anyway,
Track could have bro created.
Oh God, I'm broken. Can't spell broken without bro, which also spells track. Anyway, yeah, just Boykin's just your typical. Well, not typical. He's a dwarven fighter, and forges adventures to forge his name into legend and have a great legacy.
All right.
Ah.
Accompanying them
Sorry, Dad.
with their axe beak Coco, we have Dustin. Would you like to describe your character?
I am the supreme badass, Patrol Captain Renalphus Cosmer. I am a bugbear blood hunter, accompanied by my axebeak mount, Coco.
Okay.
Coco will eat you, and smile while she does it.
Coco is a grumpy bitch, but that's okay.
Yes.
We love her anyway.
Also, amongst the group, we have Sam. Would you describe your character?
Arsinoe is a peace cleric of Azamar, but a young woman, early mid-20s, but is always, tries to anyway, have a mask over her face to hide her identity. Goes by the name of the Beacon, as she is more commonly known, and is basically among the quest to rid their world of this evil and bring peace.
Okay. Wearing a dazzling little coat, of all different kinds of colors, we have Court.
Oh, I'm Olivia Goodberry, and you can call me Flit though. Um, she's just a little gnome, and she made a friend named the Mad Jester, and he's got kind of a bad reputation, but he's really, really nice, and he always says good morning every time I say good morning. And sometimes her magic is a little unpredictable. She's also a sorcerer. But there was this one time where a unicorn showed up, and it was really cool. And she can't help it that she walks a little slower than everybody else, but, you know, Malice usually gives her a ride.
I was gonna say one time a unicorn came.
Yeah, we're all the same unicorn, that
Same
poor
perturbed
creature.
unicorn.
Listen, switch gears real fast.
That unicorn was like, "What the fuck? Leave me alone."
Are you shitting me?
Yeah, I think that's what I said the second time. Speaking of Malice, Tina, would you describe your character?
This is a once Eladrin, now still has the sort of exaggerated elven features, but if you basically removed all of the sort of brightness and color from an Eladrin, that's what you get in terms of her physical appearance. She is from the Feywild that is no more, and is here because this is pretty much the only chance to get it back. And she is a paladin with the ancients, and she mostly picks Flit up when she turns herself into potted plants, and otherwise can't keep up.
Jesus. I love it. This group of adventurers had been pulled together seemingly by destiny itself as one of the pantheon of divinity. Midgard Sormer, the serpent, had summoned these heroes in their own right and had given them a quest. With Midgard Sormer's soulstone, they were to do what they could to remove the Whispered One and end their reign of terror on the world that they know. In their travels, as our beloved Flit had mentioned, they did encounter a person of note, colloquially called the Mad Jester, Kefka himself. Yes, it's a Final Fantasy VI character. This world was based in Final Fantasy VI. That was the whole idea, so he's a consistent character. Don't judge me. Anyway. Who, after nearly bringing about a calamity that tore the world asunder in the past, seemingly offered to assist the party in some means, whatever they would require, and ended up becoming a warlock patron to Flit. The party had used a ship that seemingly belonged to the Mad Jester to sail towards Falcon Haven, which is currently the capital of the once beautiful and illustrious Dwarven Kingdom. The very same Dwarven Kingdom that our Boykin Hammerthrow is from. Boykin, being of a family that was rather high up in stature, had been assigned to go and find his brother. The party...
Not physically, though.
Well, yeah. The party gathered supplies, took the assistance of another dwarf, I believe his name was Kalen, who, unlike Boykin, had his entire beard shaved and his face scarred where it once grew, naming the Hammerthrow family as being the central cause. But, working through those bits of tension, the party made their way into the mountains to the west. I just had to never eat soggy waffles to figure out what direction it was. To venture through the mountains,
that's fair.
where they would find the Citadel of Pain, the whereabouts of one of Vecna's very high-up generals, seemingly one to operate a prison of some kind. Venturing in, The party unfortunately succumbed to a couple of the security measures, one of which was a mass hallucination, in which they had awoken in a jail with no access to magic for a hot second. The party managed to escape the jail, befriending a few NPCs in the process, two of which were a pair of drow that had some psionic capabilities, one of which was a bird person, birdkin. I forget the actual term that they give them. Aarakocra. That served as an advisor to one of the nearby kingdoms that had since fallen to darkness, just as every nation is soon to be. They fought their way upwards as Boykin and his brother were at the very top level and had been tortured and tormented by Diablos, the very general that was in charge of this entire prison. As the rest of the party ventured upwards, they also came across a not quite undead, not quite elf, named Marketh, who was a blood hunter of some kind, whose body was made up of the very parts of the things that he hunted. They also came across a necromancer, who only remembered her name, Lycretia Hollow. The party eventually made their way to the top of this tower and did battle with the demon prince Diablos, and brought him to a rather violent and quick end that, if I recall, immediately after you smashed his head in with a hammer, you then started dissecting him like a fresh kill while out on the hunt. That was a wonderful thing to imagine, by the way.
A field dressing is the official term. Field
Sure.
dressing.
Field, yeah, totally. That. Whatever you just said.
I'm not a hunter.
While celebrating your moment of victory, there was a stranger who had appeared. A undead, fiendish combination of a little portly, full-bellied individual by the name of Gazrick.
Oh, yeah.
Seemingly the left hand of Vecna, who thanked you for your assistance in removing Diablos, because now he can control 2 territories. Offered you safe passage out, where you had returned to Falcon Haven. Boykin had revealed to his family that Diablos was taken, but unfortunately came upon a family secret that his father was going to take to his grave. That the only reason the Dwarven Kingdom was able to survive as long as it has is by ferrying undesirables to the Citadel, in hopes that they would be left alone. After this discovery, the party then was visited by a shade. A shade bearing resemblance to the very whispered one that... Rhodes, you good?
Yes, Ash accidentally flipped the switch, and thus my computer hasn't been charging, and so I just got the "Your shit's about to die, bitch" message. A moment ago.
Your shit's about to die. The party was visited by a shade resembling the very whispered one that they had been sworn to defeat, who had basically stated that now the Dwarven Kingdom was solely in his sight. The day has continued. The jovial feeling that the people around you once had after just briefly seeing the sun for the first time in 10 years has been quelled by this warning. Several of the guard have mobilized merely to, as you can tell, run an investigation, making sure that there's no other unwanted members of the Horde amongst the town. But for the most part, things have calmed down. Now,
I keep my guardian up at the gates.
you do. What do you guys do?
We should leave soon.
We should leave now.
I think Rinaldus is right. Maybe draw it. Do you think we could draw their attention elsewhere?
That's a good idea.
Make a pain in ourselves someplace else.
Are there any like generals or anything or anyone like that nearby?
Make me a quick perception check.
Why the fuck do I have no spell slots?
We burned a lot of spell slots.
A lot of spell slots that have been
Game.
used.
I have a lot of hit
Because
points.
we were
10?
10.
we didn't have a fight. We were just burning a lot of resources.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
With a 10, you don't see any full-fledged generals walking around, but you do spot several guard captains positioned near the front gates of Falcon Haven itself. Just for memory's sake. Falcon Haven is a city that is built into a mountain with a large tent city just outside the front gates, filled with citizens of all other nations who unfortunately lost their homes when the, I suppose, calamity is the best term, occurred.
You, Captain, come here.
Yes, Mr. Hammerthrow.
I need you to get me. I need you to get me a general, someone higher up right now, as soon as you can, and start preparing your men for the defense of this city. Also, start moving everyone from that tent city behind the walls now. That is not a request. That is an
Sir,
order.
I understand. And it will be done, but you should know that the only space that will be able to house everyone is in the mines under the mountain.
So be it.
Okay, you heard the man. Let's go. And you see several other guards immediately spread out and start announcing to start making their way towards the front gates. The rest of the guards at the front gates start mobilize themselves to calmly escort the citizenry inside the city gates. A few moments do go by, and you do spot a general that does step out from inside the city. A dwarf with a graying but healthy beard, braided into 3 different tails, each with what looks like the Norse symbol of Thor's hammer at the bottom of each. You can see his armor is...
So jealous.
You've seen a lot... Oh, buddy.
You'll get back there. It's already coming in. It's looking really nice.
You're getting there.
It's starting to.
Just think, after it gets that long again, now you got to actually do the big dwarven braids and get shit in there.
Yeah, you
I
kinda,
have
got a
beard
GQ
beads.
beard going on right now.
Yeah.
Well,
Sam, do you miss the beard?
I do. Not as much as he does, but I do.
Yeah.
it's okay. Steve's is giving you some condolences with hashtag oh buddy.
Oh, buddy. Steve's, I'm so cold.
Because I am a DM who definitely prepares, I'm totally not looking up dwarven names. Why would you even think that? Okay? That's fucking weird.
Who has a list of NPC names, please?
Mercer.
Okay, let's not hold
Look
ourselves
at here.
to Mercer
Check this.
standards.
Check
please.
this out. This is a gift I got for
yeah.
myself.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Can I
Freaking
borrow
Amazon.
it? Like right now?
Absolutely. I will.
Get out of here. Get out of here. You're good. You're good. You're good.
How about Roger Bix? That's the worst name.
Roger Bix?
Bix.
Oh, I
Ooh,
wanted to confirm that it was
Kath-
B and not D, because if it was Roger Dix...
Cathful. Cathful of the Hills.
Oh, I like Cathal.
There you go.
fun
That's a
There.
name.
Or Luther
Uh,
Anvil's son. That's actually pretty solid. I
Oh,
like
that's
that.
a good one.
That's a good
I'm
one.
taking that.
You can spot, and Boykin, you do know this individual. General... Oh, shit, I just had it.
Feely, Keely.
Ver-
Dory, Nori, Dory.
General
Snoring.
Felix.
Off a
Blowing.
number.
Sleepy, Doc,
There's a silent
grumpy,
J.
dopey. Taken. General,
Tyrion Lannister.
I drink and I know things. You see General Vorgrid step out and immediately approaches you as he sort of sidesteps the men who are ferrying citizenry into the gates of Falcon Haven.
General.
The young Hammerthrow giving orders. Who would have thought?
Yeah. Anyway, hey, we just got like a real serious threat from the Whispered One himself.
Yeah, so I've heard.
We're gonna need to rapidly prepare defenses for the city. I've ordered that the tent city be brought in. We're gonna have to house them in the mines, it sounds like, but there's a bunch of warriors there that you can arm.
Oh, are there? Last I checked, it was a bunch of farmers, millers, bartenders.
That I
didn't think
I go
warriors were
up
among
to
the
him.
number.
I go up to him and I put my hand on his shoulder and like, I know your skill and your strength. You will make them warriors. They're warriors in here. Maybe not by occupation, but you will get them there, my friend.
Make me a persuasion.
And you probably better do it. You probably better do it pretty quickly too.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, because you definitely stroked that dwarf's ego.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
14.
14.
Yeah.
You have to do that inside the walls.
Yeah.
Huh. You heard him, men. Get them all inside. And you just hear, him immediately turn from you, just ending the conversation, and encourages the all the citizens to be brought inside. But you can also hear, keep an eye out for any able-bodied soldier arms. He starts marching through.
I go kind of like before he marches off. I'm like, you're just so fucking good at this. You're just the best. You're just so fucking good.
Dwarves
And then,
love to stroke their own egos. All right. So yeah, what was once a tense moment is now being replaced by a bit of chaos. What are the rest of you guys doing?
Fuck does that guy have against farmers? Did we? Out of character. Did we actually? I feel like we may have talked about a place we were going
did.
next. We did. Okay.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think we need to save the next person. Isn't there another?
Is there a person?
Aren't we all missing like someone? Like I was missing Boykin, and then we needed to go. Hold on, let me look at my notes.
No,
Sam, you're about to
we're
get a
picking up.
notification.
We're.
We're picking up
Oh.
generals.
Oh. We were also. Was it Court? Was that you? Were
I
we going-
volunteered a general.
Oh, you volunteered. There was something with a dragon that I think was undead of something like that.
Hold on one second.
Ah.
Hold on.
Yeah, let's
There's
go
too
pick
many. Y'all are like.
Sam.
Fuck! My God.
My notes.
I
My
love
notes
you.
are not as good
Jesus.
for this.
Okay. Yes. So, out of character. We yes, Arsinoe had volunteered the Great Drake
Okay.
in the south.
Okay.
Suggesting we go to, knowing that the undead Drake has patrol between Delita and Bastion's End.
Okay.
It's rather close to Mundos Vinem, but bring it to the Whispered One's backyard. What better distraction? And there's very few in that immediate vicinity that they can target.
So that would mean sailing.
Yeah.
And
Probably be the fastest way to do it.
As I, consult my trusty, do I have tools today? I have tools. As I consult my trusty tools to figure out where the fuck that is. So we'd have to. There is no way through, correct? From where we are in Falcon Haven, if we wanted to get to the Sea of Terrafan, we would have to go around. Assuming our boat doesn't do things like fly.
I'll say that you guys have access.
I'm just saying, like, there are
I just like metagaming off this map.
What?
Not really
have a
metagaming.
map.
I mean, you have a world map.
Yeah, and I feel like Chio had a map. I think her map is old.
Yeah.
Her map was old, so she had, like, things
Her
that
map
weren't
has
there.
an entire piece of the continent that is still there, I'm pretty sure.
She's like, this is the circle. Okay, I'm just gonna cross this out.
This circle right here, not there anymore.
Yeah. Pretty much
like,
that
"What the fuck's
entire empire is water.
She's like, what's the Sea of Terrafan? That's not on my map. Like,
The Empire.
No.
In terms of official like trade routes or cities or docks or anything like that, you don't necessarily know of any on the shoreline that will be able to supply you with that sort of transportation.
Well, we have a boat.
We have a boat. I'm more thinking making this trip with the boat. That is a long trip through a lot of really bad sounding seas, actually. Like, the Sea of Woes. That does not sound like a place you want to go for vacation.
Like,
It doesn't sound
I
calm.
mean, speak for yourself.
I'm just saying that. Is that what we're thinking, though, to do the big long sail around, or do we want to maybe have a conversation with our colorful patron and see if there's some way to
And what's our endpoint?
Sea of Terrafan?
It kind of like taps on her temple like this. Excuse me, Mr. Hefka.
Just knocking on the door.
Yes, my darling Flit. It's been far too long.
I know. I hope you're doing good, and thank you again for the jacket. But, like, you know that really cool boat you let us use?
Oh, it's delightful, isn't it?
Wait, it's really cool, and, I mean, the breakfast is pretty good, but I think that it would be cool if there was pancakes sometimes. But, I was just wondering if it could get us places faster than just going on the water. Can it go through the air? Is it one of those ships that can fly too?
Unfortunately, the enchantments that were placed upon my vessel were purely for naval travel. But I suppose I could take some time to improve upon its already lustrous glory.
I mean, think about how cool it would look in the air. It could be worth it.
I never thought of that.
What if we...
Appealing to so many egos today.
You use what's there, okay? We don't have a lot of options.
Why can't we sail south? So we're in Falcon Haven now.
Uh-huh.
Why can't we sail south down the eastern coast into Thedan and then cut through the mountains?
Can we do that? Is there actually a passage?
There are passes through those mountains.
I mean, to get the boat through, like full on water passage.
I don't know if we can get the boat through, but we'd be able to
think-
get through.
Well, you said it's Bastion's End, correct?
Well,
One of
we-
the cities?
It's in between.
Yeah.
Do we
Is it-
keep sailing to Rorken Bay?
Is it out on the water? The thing that we're going to find.
Yeah, we might be able to get through from Rourke Bay.
It looks like just
Yeah, there it is.
well, it looks like just east. Is that down that river? It looks like there's like a potential port of some sort. There's a dot. I don't know what that means.
I'm just wondering if do we need to be in the sea of Terrafin? Is that where this thing patrols, this drake, or is it does it patrol the
No, it's
lands
more
on the coast?
lands on the
Oh,
coast.
yeah, in that case, yeah, we could totally go around.
Kujo, would I know of like
The fuck we can park?
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Like, do I know
and
of
I'd be a lot
any-
more familiar with
Yeah.
that area around Fort Scar too.
Yeah.
or like around Bastion's End, like that lake that's right there? Like that's
Yeah,
part
that
of
looks nice.
Mercenaries. Kind of.
What
Not hunting grounds.
what information do you want to know about that specifically?
If it's common for ships to make it from Martresses up through that river and into that lake by Bastion's End, if that's feasible, kind of like a Great Lake situation where you take a ship through.
You do know of a very thin and cramped waterway that does go from that lake through the mountains that connects to the Sea of Terrafan. That being said, looking at the size of the ship, you're not entire. I mean, it could fit. It would just be mighty tight.
But is it common for trade to go from Martresses inland toward Bastion's End via ship? Like, I'm not even looking at crossing through the mountains.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more of like if we come around the East Coast,
Come
down to Martresses, tucked down into south of Rourke Bay, that inlet,
Go up
like little
into
and
the
then
little.
go up that river into that lake.
Yeah,
That's
kind of what I was thinking.
Go ahead and make me a history check.
Okay.
Can I assist?
Yeah, actually, go ahead. Roll with advantage.
Natural 20.
There you
Nice.
go.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Let's
Natural
go.
Oh, damn.
For a 24.
That's a new natural 20 dance?
Please don't clip that.
Definitely clip it.
God damn
Flip
it.
it.
No
Why do
George.
I
Clipped it.
say it out loud?
I haven't clipped it.
Natural 20 for what was your total again?
24.
Natural 20.
You-
What are you doing?
You know, yeah.
I moved so fast to clip it, I hit a different button on my stream deck and turned like a bunch of shit on.
You have seen the occasional ship or two take that route. I will say that in the last 10 years, maybe not as much as they once did, but there are still the occasional ships that do pass through.
Okay.
With your natural 20, I will go ahead and also tell you that given the proximity to Mundos Finem,
It's very
that
close.
the ships themselves are very clearly of the Horde. with-
That's fair.
You know, the colors and whatnot showing that they are a part of the Whispered Horde's navy.
Yeah, it might be better if we go north.
What is the
If
situation up there?
I'm not sure, but if we go through Martresses, we're cutting very, very close to Mundos Finem. And the Whispered One's hordes have taken over quite a bit of territory and trade. We will, unless we decide to disguise ourselves in our ship, we will be picked off very quickly. Once we get to land, I can get us to where we need to go, but I don't necessarily trust our ability to hide on the if we come from the Sea of Terrafan and down and dock somewhere on the other side of the mountains, or dock in Delita, or close enough to Delita as we can. Althea?
Can you dock there?
Well, we can't dock at Delita, but we could dock further north and then make our way south. Delita's a little less hostile.
Wit has her eyes closed, kind of going like this, and she's probably like hanging on to Malice's like coattail or shirt or something like that, so she doesn't like get lost from the group. And she's still trying to convince Kafka that he should make his ship fly for them.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, I'm all about it. I've always wanted to sail that ship into the sea of the skies above, but I can't help but shake the feeling that you would draw a little too much attention up that high.
But can't. Oh, that's true, I suppose. Maybe it would be a good idea to make it fly, but also invisible.
Ugh,
Can you
just
make it look like a
piling on
cloud?
enchantments? I mean,
But can you make it look like a cloud so it just looks like we're a cloud that's sailing through the air?
Oh god, this is gonna be the brightest fucking cloud ever.
It's gonna be a cloud with like disco lights behind it, so it's
Yeah.
constantly
Mhm.
It's going
backlit.
to rain glitter.
Glitter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's gonna have a permanent glitter rainbow that's going out. It's
Make me a persuasion check, Flit.
Get these cats dice for this. This is.
oh god, wrong dice are out.
I know my wrong dice were out too. I had to panic grab a set.
I can't switch them right now. There's too much shit on my desk.
You hear that, Lou Wilson? We got dice sets for each of our characters. What up?
21.
21.
This one is pink and it's called Stardust.
Oh god.
let me see what I can do. It will take me some time to tool around with some of the enchantments that do make up that beautiful vessel. But in the meantime, what I can tell you is that in any body of water, the ship can be summoned.
Oh. Well, fuck, that would have been useful.
Okay. I'll let them know. Thank you, Mr. Kafka.
Of course, darling, anytime.
I miss Jim.
She like opens
Ever since
her
we
eyes
started
and
looking
kinda,
for
like,
rewards
gives
credit card,
Malice
he's
his,
been on the
like,
fence about which one to
shirt
go
a
with.
tug.
How's it going, Jim?
I can't. Just give her a pat. Like, just automatically, not even looking.
Chat,
So,
I need you to ignore the ad that you just heard because I left fantasy name generators on for a little too long. To pay no attention. We're not sponsored by whatever that was that played for like 10 seconds. It's fine. I was really confused.
so, excuse me. She's kind of like jumps up and down.
Yeah.
I talked to Mr. Kefka, and he's going to work on making the ship fly and being able to disguise it. But he also said that I could summon it from any body of water that we get to.
So,
I don't really know what that
That is
means, but
nice.
that's what he said.
well, that might make things easier if we can just. We could cross over instead of going around. And then just kind of bring that up, pop it up,
Yeah.
and take it out.
He said it would take a while to do the magic on it, but we can still use it in the meantime. Just have to properly summon it.
Okay. And he gave you instructions for the summoning.
I mean, I can ask. I
So
think I
that's
just
a
have
no.
to. Well, I could ask. He's always right here.
No. Oh. Yeah,
That sounds unfortunate.
for who?
It's not so bad.
For Flit.
Mm,
What is happening?
Happening.
what is going
was the
on? Why?
word-
There's a range between
Yeah.
the two of them.
That was
Like Sam's lights got way now.
Oh.
Cujo's lights are there's like a
Sorry.
range.
I don't know what
happening.
happens.
I was just switching things up.
Something out. I don't know what's happening over here. Clearly, all of my technology is rebelling against me.
I did
today.
really like that Sam's hex lights just periodically are like, "Wake up!" and they just spotlight in your eyes.
I don't know why they do it. And then they decided a light show in rainbow was the appropriate response.
I noticed that too. I was like, I mean, hey, pride's the thing.
It was just getting you in the mood for Flit's awesome coat. And
Yeah, I think so. They were channeling Flit.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
want, I mean, we do want to draw attention. It's one way to do it. So no, more seriously, like, so we're heading south though, right? Like that's
Running south.
we're just like right now. Are we heading south literally right now?
I think so. We could head towards Igarth. Again. Cut through the peninsula that way.
Bring the
And get to the lake. It's just
Yeah.
south.
Is that river navigable?
I don't know.
We'll find out when we get there.
Worst case, it's not. We keep walking.
I guess this is a good situation where, you know, if you keep going, you're far enough, you're gonna just hit the sea. Otherwise, bring the boat up on the.
Yeah, even if the waterway is not navigable, we just walk the river and then summon the boat when we can.
I think that sounds like a great plan.
All right. Are there any preparations or anything else you guys would like to do while in or near Falcon Haven?
We have food. I created a lot of food for other people last time, it turns out, and not in prep for leaving. Doesn't think it. I created like it was like 20 pounds worth of food for some people, and just not a thing I thought I needed. Yeah, we should probably make sure that we pick up supplies. How long, if we had to take this journey on foot for anyone who's actually traveled this area, how long would this take? Or on horseback or whatever?
We do have those mechanical horses too.
We do.
Given where you guys are, if you guys stick to the roads, you're looking at least a month, maybe 2.
Yeah.
If you were on horseback, that gets cut down, obviously. But considering that this land is unfortunately as broken as it is, there are many things that
the land is dying.
There are many things that go bump in the night that didn't prior to 10 years ago. So
What's the fastest way?
It's too bad that boat doesn't fly.
Well, let's give him time. Let's give him time. We said we were going to let him show us.
Joe,
Good.
that month, maybe 2 estimate by road, that would assume that we stay on the road the entire time, like past Iagarth, through Théoden, through Fort Scar.
Yep.
Okay.
I was thinking, because we were thinking about kind of coming in from the north, if we literally head due south to...
Yeah, straight south from Iagarth and take where that lake is.
And pop the boat as soon as we can, whenever.
Yeah.
And just, I mean, we probably won't be on roads for a lot of it, but...
I imagine if we're looking at a month or 2 going around the Sea of Terraphan by road, we're probably looking at half that if we cut through via boat. You know, doing boat as much as we can.
I guess the important thing is that we're, well, away from here.
Boykin. I feel a little bad asking, but do you happen to have any, I don't know, expensive, expensive items you'd like to liberate from your father's stores?
That's a really good question. I can certainly look around and just take what I want and just say screw you, man. Because
I mean,
it's kind of putting.
so-
Yeah, hey, man, hey. So I don't think it's completely unreasonable. I mean, it's just a thing. What's more important, a thing or everybody's lives? Just saying.
Well, considering the conversation we just had with him, I have some things I can do. I
And
don't
we
have the
have
ability.
how many of those mechanical horses do we have? I think we only have 5.
Well, you don't need one, right?
I thought it was 4 for some reason.
Because
Because
Flit
Flit would
didn't
ride
have
with
one.
Malice.
Yeah, and
I had Coco.
Yeah,
yeah, I can call my own, so.
we'll say 4. To those who
Okay.
go back and watch all of the VODs for Biven, and they're like, "No, I had one more." I'm sorry.
That one died. It
One
didn't
broke.
make it back.
We just found
Yeah.
a new one. We just found a new
If
one.
there were 5, one of them broke, and if there were only 3, we figured out how to make another one.
Yeah, we just found the way home.
You like that crowbar?
Someone is a
fix?
secret artificer, and your challenge now is to figure out who.
Honestly, I think if we just woke up with one in the morning and didn't question it, we're just like, whatever, that seems cool.
Arsinoe, what kind of thing are you looking for exactly? So you said something expensive?
Does
it need to be a certain material or?
Depending on, probably the most important would be a gem-encrusted bowl.
You would like a gem-encrusted bowl?
It sounds really stupid when you say it like that.
Well, this is
now
just
make an
my
Arcana
voice.
check to figure out what she's
I
talking about.
mean, fuck.
Yeah, this is just my voice. I just kind of always sound condescending, and I don't mean to.
Renolphus, roll with disadvantage, I'm gonna say.
Gladly.
Yeah, I think that one's the most important. Past Sam wrote down 4 spells with the components that she would need, and current Sam doesn't remember why. Why I chose these particular spells, except for one.
Oh, I guess we're gonna find out sooner rather than later.
We'll find out.
Dirty 20.
Really?
At least it could have been if it hadn't been an 8 instead.
Oh, but
all right. With an 8, from what you can gather, I don't know. Arsinoe does kind of look the type to want to eat out of something fancy.
She's got that fancy mask. Maybe she just wants something to match.
That's more me. That's more me appealing to the bugbear Thaden nature of Renolphus, not shitting on Arsinoe.
Like, homegirl camps for fun, so like, is she?
No one camps for fun.
Oh, Steve's just invoked. Secret Artificer is greater than Secret Tunnel. Secret Tunnel.
Secret Artificer.
Yeah.
Secret Artificer.
We gotta write that voice actor, be like, hey, we need a favor. We just need you to record literally the same thing, but switch Tunnel with Artificer.
Yes.
Renolphus just looks at Arsinoe and says, "What in the gods' names do you need a gem-encrusted bowl for?"
God, if I was Faraday.
It just comes out.
The snark just happened. There are certain spells I can do. One of them that I think would benefit all of us, especially as we get closer to the Drake, requires a very large material sacrifice. And I don't know we'll be able to find it elsewhere.
That doesn't sound like any spell that I've ever heard of. But you're the expert in that regard.
Says the fighter.
I am not a fighter.
I'm the
I am
fighter.
a blood hunter.
He hunts blood.
It can't be that hard to find.
I need to write that down. If we ever do merch, Renalphus's shirt is gonna say Renalphus, blood hunter. He hunts blood.
Parentheses, it's not that hard to find.
You should put that on the back of the shirt
Yeah.
on the bottom.
Which is like
No,
a
the back
screw.
of it is, how hard could it be?
I forgot that this party like dumped in until now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Excuse
that.
you, I have a +2.
Well, Arsenaway, I'll tell you what. Let me go have a chat with my dad, and let me see what we can come up with. Okay.
Okay.
I'm sure we have a large, fancy-looking bowl somewhere around here that is exorbitant. I mean, we're dwarves, so we have these things around, right? We find gems and large metal bowls. We don't find the bowls. We make the bowls in a forging process. Anyway, so yeah, I'll awkwardly see myself out. Goodbye. And he.
I
Thank
think
you.
he's gonna come back with a chamber pot that's really fancy.
I hope not.
Decisions and dragons.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that looks
works.
fancy.
That, like,
Hopefully it-
that'll work. Sure.
If it
Hopefully
works,
it's
it
empty.
works.
Carbuncle is like, you know, someone's shit in that, right?
You know what?
That's
Beggars
not gonna work.
cannot be choosers. Gosh.
No, Carbuncle will be the voice that I give. Why do you?
No, don't.
Please don't stop.
No, don't do that, please.
You're gonna make Sam put on her mom voice again.
Yeah.
Go find my dad.
Boykin's gonna go find his dad. Chio, what are you doing?
At this point, Chio is mostly just kind of observing what's going on around her. She's ready to leave whatever the heck everybody else is. But she's kind of watching as presumably like the guards are rounding people up and taking them in, and mostly just keeping an eye on things. Because if there's another, I don't know, random specter that arrives, she wants to be on top of it while everyone's deciding whatever spell components and things they need.
Make me a perception check.
Oh, this character's good at that. 27.
Character is not.
Nice. With a
Nice.
27, please not the voice. With a 27, even the chat's like, fucking don't. You spot that for the most part, people are listening to what the guards are saying and going into the gates of Falcon Haven. You can spot that there are some families that, are making it clear to their children, oh, this is great, we're finally going inside, kind of framing it in a positive way. But you do notice that shared glance between parents that this is going to be a much more difficult time. You can also hear in the distance, not too far away, but close enough, that there are some that are actually rebelling against what the guards are saying. That you're hearing shouts of, where were you when we were, raided by this band of orcs? Or where were you when my brother was taken to the Citadel? Where were you when, basically just fighting against the guards and making as much trouble as they can.
Where was Gondor when the Westfold fell?
Kinda, except where was Falcon Haven when my wife died?
When the Westfold fell?
No, I finished the sentence. You can't add or change. I finished the... Anyway, Chio.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Stop.
But that's... For the most part, things seem to be behaving. other than that. Is there anything else you wish to do, or are you just sort of waiting to depart?
She's really just waiting to depart. There's nothing of interest here to her, so she's
Okay.
just waiting.
Boykin, as you step through the gates of Falcon Haven, you can see that pretty much every city guard is positioned and mobilized to usher in as much of the citizenry in the tent city as possible. Some of them are a little gruff with their orders, but for the most part, things seem to be going well. You pass through the streets, and you do spot Hoderlim, your brother, who seems to be passing through, heading in the direction that you were coming from. He says, "I thought you would have left by now."
Oh, well, we just got a threat from the Whispered One, and now the city must prepare for defense. We will be departing shortly to continue taking the fight to said Whispered One and his horde, but didn't want to leave without at least helping get things prepared first.
Don't die out there.
Try not to, but know that if I get captured, I'm gonna be the biggest asshole ever to whoever is holding me hostage, and or tortures and eventually kills me.
Before you can even finish the sentence, Hoderlim pulls you into a brotherly hug.
Oh. Love you, bro. It's gonna be all right.
Yeah, you say that. Listen, if you need anything, say the word. Same goes for your friends.
Thank you. Well, I was gonna go talk to Dad, but
I don't know if you're ready for that powder keg right now.
oh, it's okay. I feel like I already started exploding it. Oh, it's fine.
Well, in that case,
Barely
I'm
an
gonna get out of the
inconvenience.
blast zone.
Yeah, good call. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know where a large bowl with maybe a larger, expensive bowl of some sort with maybe some nice gems in it would be? Would you?
You're looking for your chamber pot again? Why do you need it?
No, don't say that too loud. You know I like fancy things.
Every one of the noble houses has one.
A fancy chamber pot?
Yeah, that's apparently something you get when you become nobility. It's really annoying and disgusting, but why do you need your chamber pot?
Well, I don't understand it. However, one of my new friends said that they need a fancy bowl. I was hoping it wouldn't be a chamber pot. Do we have anything that's maybe used for, I don't know, serving large amounts of food or something to that effect?
I will say, as you finish the sentence, in the middle of you saying it, you do catch the glimpse of some dwarves that pass by that as the conversation goes, they look like... what the fuck? And then, like, just keep moving.
Nothing to see here.
I'm sure Father has something in his kitchen. He rarely really cooks for himself anymore, so I'm sure you'll find something readily available.
Okay, great. If not, we could always fall back on that chamber pot. I know it's a shitty idea. But where are you going? Right?
He's just walking. He has fully left the conversation.
That's like the last words that he says to his brother before he goes potentially off to die.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
We're going.
Crapper Croc Court.
Do I see Kaylin anywhere?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oof. 14.
With a 14, as you continue towards your father's home, you do spot Kaylin, who is currently in a rather unfortunate conversation with two younger dwarven nobles who are accosting him about his burned and scarred beard. To which Kaylin, you'll hear this as you approach. Yeah, well, go suck your gem-encrusted dicks and leave me alone. I have no business with you. Please leave.
I pull my hammer out and go up to the nobles and start pointing it at them and be like, you need to back off and show some respect right now.
The two nobles back off immediately as a hammer is drawn and gestured towards them threateningly. They quickly scamper off.
Hey, sorry about that. What was, just two douchebag nobles?
Yeah, apparently the upper crust of Falcon Haven is full of them. Is this where you live? Are you one of the... Cool, that's awesome.
Well, I'm just looking for a fancy, at the very least, chamber pot. But I'm hoping to find something that's not full of shit.
What is wrong with you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well...
So anyway, hey, I just ordered all of the guards, and I guess the military, if you will, at least the general, to bring in everybody from the tent city.
You could just
because we just got threatened by the Whispered One. Now they're gonna have to go into the mines in order to be protected.
Wow, okay.
Well, it's better than out here.
Is it?
It is. Look, these are a bunch of canvas tents. At least there's stone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know what? You're right. There is stone. There's also...
I am right. That's what has... Yep, that's what's in the cave.
There's also the rumors of stuff at the very deep part of your mines that have caused some disappearances amongst your number.
Oh. Anyway, I don't know if you would be interested in helping with that, but I feel like a lot of people look up to you that are living in the tent city here. I feel like it would be a small gesture, I would say, at least putting things in the right direction and giving you some more respect on your name.
I can try. I will happily take care of my own. I'll take care of those people with my own. That means that whatever military you guys got up here, that's yours. Whatever sword arms we got amongst our number, they stay with us. Those mines, I've heard, are quite dangerous.
I just forgot the name of my hammer, and I just looked at my
Oh yeah.
pee pee poo poo.
I forgot about that too.
Oh my god.
So, quick backstory for those in chat. I changed Brian's hammer's name as a joke because I had to be in his character sheet for some reason, and I was like, you know what, screw it, and I just named it Pee Pee Poo Poo, and that was like, I want to say about a year ago. It has not changed.
Oh my god, that's the name of it.
Did Sam disappear? Sam, move. Okay. Oh, you were perfectly frozen like this.
All right. In the background of
here.
everybody's frame, there needs to just be a thing
Like
that
a-
moves.
The dog is moving in Tina's frame every so often.
There.
I have
see it on the floor.
You can just look at my headphones.
I have a question, Cujo. was I don't fully remember what was said. I don't remember. I feel like I said something that Kalen needs to be, like, his honor needs to be restored, his family's honor needs to be restored. I think I said that when I was berating my dad.
Yeah. You had made the agreement that you would return Kalen's name to a respectful manner. I do believe it was brought up in the conversation with your father. However, things went off the rails real quick, and I don't think anything was made official necessarily.
Okay. So I'm gonna continue going to find my father.
Hey, Boykin.
Yep.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate it, Caitlin. And I give the kind of handshake.
He'll hesitate, but he'll clasp your arm. Don't die out there.
I'll try not to. And hey, rock and stone.
Oh, God.
Come on. Come on.
Yeah, okay, rock and stone, I guess.
Oh, there it is. He kind of gives him, he like brings him in, like pats him on the back.
Rock and stone, brother.
yeah,
Is that
rock and
like
stone,
the
brother.
dwarven equivalent of bro?
Bro.
Well, so rock and stone, I introduced it to this game
DRG.
because of Deep Rock Galactic, because we play it all the fucking time. And I was like, you know what, fuck it, it fits. So, yeah, you know what? It is the equivalent of bro. I'm making that call right now.
Yeah, I can see that particular set of dwarves being just bros.
Yeah.
Just, whoa. Like,
Whoa, bro, whoa.
well, can we, like, go in the caves or, like, something?
Complete with eye twitch.
Please stop.
Dude,
Absolutely.
just around the bend
Wow.
in the mine, I found this killer weed.
Whoa, hang
Court,
ten,
you are
bruh.
way too good at doing that voice.
I don't like it. I don't want it.
Boykin, you come to the door of your father's home. Stepping inside, it is just as quiet as when you and your friends had left. The fire is still burning in the fireplace. Doesn't seem too much has changed since you last left.
Is he sitting there?
He is not in this chamber. You gather if he's anywhere, he's probably going to be in his bed chambers.
Okay. I kind of start calling around, like, hey, Dad, and I go up toward his bed chambers.
You do come into the room, and you do see him slumped in one of his chairs. He's awake, but very clearly perturbed, and just glances.
For a
up
second,
at
I
you.
thought you were going to say, he's dead.
I was waiting for that. So I'm like, oh,
He's
shit.
unconscious, he's not moving.
Don't worry, the family death drama will come later. It's fine.
Oh, God.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Arsinoe's got like 12 siblings. It'll be
No
fine.
doubt.
Shh, do not touch any of them.
Listen, I'm pretty sure he killed Octav's entire family, so.
Fine.
Talking about.
DVD.
Fine.
We have a dagger that can undo things. They're perfectly fine.
Damn.
Is that a threat
You're
to the
right about
DM?
DM gave us the dagger.
Yeah, and the DM can take it away.
Yeah, impossible.
But you step in and you see your father, Dalosoth.
Dad Losoth.
Yes, leave. Boykin's dead. Moving on.
Roll a new character.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
What do you want, boy?
Well, remember how I was berating you back there and saying that it's never too late to change and maybe make some recompense?
He just stares back.
Hey, We can talk this out at some point. I understand you need your space. But right now, I could use a hand as I prepare to depart and continue going after the Whispered One's generals, and eventually the Whispered One himself.
He threatened us, didn't he?
Oh yeah. I've already started preparing the city guard and the military, and started moving all of the tent city people into the walls. Unfortunately, they're going to have to put them in the mines, which is troublesome because of all the other things that are down there.
Well, at this point, it seems, by the rules of survival, I have to assist. What do you need?
Well, do you have a large bowl with... Do you have... I'm looking for a large bowl with gems encrusted, and I'm not talking about a chamber pot. I'm just maybe a large
You sure
serving
that sounds a
bowl.
lot like your chamber pot?
It sounds like all of our chamber pots don't. Everybody
No,
has that.
No,
Everybody has that.
no one else has that.
There's a
What
lot
are
of
you
talk
talking
about this bowl, and now I just want a bowl of cereal.
Ooh, that does sound good.
Who
Dude,
knew
that
talking about
sounds so
chamber
great,
pots
yeah.
makes Dustin want to eat some frosted flakes?
So, do you have anything?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch or nothing.
Oh, yeah.
What was it that Brian brought over? Was it Apple Jacks?
Yeah.
I did bring Apple Jacks. Yeah, I was asked to. I mean, those are good. You can't go wrong with Reese's Puffs. I mean, Cinnamon Toast Crunch are in my mind the king as
We're
well.
not
So
sponsored by Kellogg's, but if Kellogg's wants to sponsor the stream, we'll take that money.
I will eat
Kellogg's,
cereal on
General
camera
Mills.
with Kellogg's. I will sell out Kellogg's. Listen to me, Kellogg's. I will eat the cereal. Okay.
This suddenly
That's
turns
another
into an ASMR page of just Brian eating cereal.
Oh, not blinking. Not blinking.
Can't wait for this to come out in chamber pot later.
Well, good night, everybody.
Yeah. And there goes the fan
What's
base.
Brian doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we've been canceled.
Oh God. My face hurts.
So anyway, Dad.
Yeah. Anyway, Dad. Deep personal conversation.
God, Dad.
I suppose anything in my kitchen is yours to use.
I appreciate it. I was a little nervous I was going to have to use my chamber pot.
I don't know why you specifically needed that chamber pot. It's something
What?
your mother gave you.
I It was Mom's chamber pot?
No, Mom had that specifically made and crafted for you from the finest smiths. The
Well,
amount of
don't-
time it
don't-
took to form the gold was
Maybe I should take
shocking.
the chamber pot. was shocking.
But yes, anything you need.
Well, don't tell Hoarderlim or obviously Bro Trek. Sometimes I just wonder if I was Mom's favorite. I mean, did she make that many gem encrusted? This isn't a conversation for right now. Anyway,
I would say timing is a thing.
yes, I am going to see what I have, or see what bowls are available. I will initially say sorry for flying off the handle earlier. And I love you still. And we can continue talking this out. But before I left, I didn't want to leave without saying that I'm sorry and that I still love you, regardless of what happened. You're still my father. And I understand.
need to.
Kind of goes over and kind of just puts his hand on his shoulder, and it's like, it's gonna be all right, Dad.
Put his hand on top
It's gonna-
of yours.
It's gonna be all right, Dad. And it's never too late to make amends. This city is going to need you and your bravery, the brave side that I know that you have in you, that I looked up to so much when I was a kid.
You should get ready. And he stands.
And he kind of like puts his hand on his shoulder, like, you should too. We both need to.
He turns and opens up one of his large sets of dressers, just this big stone compartment, and opens it up, and you can see his armor.
I stand in awe.
He takes out the bracers and sets them on the bed, and then takes the greaves and the boots and the chest piece and the pauldrons in each piece and says, I hope you can carry all this.
This is yours. Do you want me to help you put it on?
Boy, you are not wow, you are not Brotrack. And he picks up one of the bracers, approaches and undoes one of yours off of your arm, straps it on.
Thanks, Dad.
I'll go find your bowl. And he walks out of the room.
Not a chamber pot. Not a...
He just sort of waves you off. Boykin, I would like you to mark down that you now possess your father's armor. I believe you just have a standard set of, I think it's plate mail? Is that what you have right now?
Let me check. I have adamantine plate.
Adamantine plate. Go ahead and you're going to have to modify the item, but you can add a +1 to that armor set. So it's going to function the same. You'll still have the adamantine function, but it's also going to function as a +1 set of adamantine armor.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
You will also, after suiting up, the armor is of a darker plate with a gold inlay. But you can also add into your inventory as you step out, having suited up, that the table is now covered in many different bowls and dishes with gems, some encrusted, some designed, some painted with gemstone dust. Delasoth basically
stuck on
went
with hot glue.
Yeah, Delasoth basically went, I don't know what specifically you need, so I just grabbed what I could find.
Oh no, that's much appreciated, Dad. I just try to find the fanciest looking one.
You can go ahead and mark down that you have a jewel encrusted salad bowl made of gold. Because dwarven nobles are vain like that.
Dwarves so vain.
Dwarf jokes.
Yeah. After you have your bowl and your new armor, Delasoth, as you're sort of inspecting each of the things, Delasoth disappears once again to his chambers and returns again wearing a full official council uniform. And states, I will speak with the council, make sure that everything is prepared for what's coming.
Thank you. I know they're gonna need you. And I know we kind of spoke in anger before, but Kalen could be helpful as well. He has a lot of the common folk behind him.
He will receive support.
Thank you.
Go. Your friends are waiting, I'm sure.
Thanks, Dad. And I go, like, I start moving to walk out, and I turn back and I run and give him a hug.
He'll hug you back.
I'll see you soon. Love you lots, all right?
Love you too. Be safe. Oh, rock and
Only
stone.
just enough. Oh, rock and stone.
All right.
It's dead.
Yeah, Bill.
Whoa!
Well.
Whoa, gotta get my Billabong sandals, bruh.
Oh,
God.
wow.
Oh.
You got the Pokeshell necklace?
Ooh.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Don't forget
Ah.
your Birkenstocks.
Oh,
I hate all of it.
that one really hurt. Oh, okay.
It
That's
was
like
so
3
good.
years off my life. Is there anything else any of you guys would like to do while you're still in Falcon Haven? Okay.
I want to just confirm.
We need
real
to-
quick. Do we have or need like healing potions
Do-
or other like provisions, food?
We should have food on the ship.
Also, I mean,
I
whatever
mean,
they
hopefully
have
we'll
here.
have pancakes now too.
Yeah, I would like to not take
Yeah,
a lot of
Yeah.
their resources.
yeah.
You don't need. Don't worry about the healing potions.
Okay. Do we want to like offload any loot that we're carrying? Like, I have a set of mithril half plate that is not being used right now. I also have a set of scale mail that is not being used right now.
We can try and sell that in Hyagarth.
Okay.
I mean, sell it or leave it here. Could someone
Fine.
here make use out of it?
True.
I mean, I also, is there going to be anyone to purchase that sort of thing?
I mean, as everything is kind of starting to get underway, I'll approach Kalen and
Okay.
ask if he knows anybody who'd be interested in buying it, or if he's interested in, making an offer to take it off our hands.
Ooh.
I mean... Oh, go ahead, Boykin. What you got?
Can I carry my other set of adamantine armor with me?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. That was it.
Cool. Kaylin says, I mean, what do you want for it? I know at least 3 different guys who could probably use it. So, and given the state of things, sure, sooner rather than later, it would be good to get them suited up. So, name your price. See what I did? I put the pricing on the player to figure out, and then I will react.
How rare.
I know. Please let me do that more often.
$1 billion.
Yeah, $1 billion.
400 gold. You and I both know it's worth more than that.
What's it made of?
Mithril.
$350.
Done.
He hands you 350 gold after fishing it out of his many different pockets of money. I'll make sure this is put on a good sword arm.
I just give him a set of scale mail. It's just regular, uninteresting scale mail.
Yeah, that works for me.
For that other guy you can think of.
Well, I'll make sure it's put to good use. I'm sure the Horde will make sure of that as well.
Well, every second that we keep you guys alive is one more re-dead. As opposed to an undead.
Yeah, that was weird. I'm gonna... He says, yeah, thanks.
It's a goblin expression. It doesn't translate well into common.
I kind of figured. I didn't want to assume, though. Oh, and he actually hands you a big old bag of just different bits of meat. There's chicken, there's a lot of beef, and just says, for Coco. You see at least a week's worth of food.
Okay. I give a salute and say, pleasure doing business.
Anytime. And he gathers up the armor and heads back into the city. What you got, Boykin?
I would also try to find Kalen again.
He's walking back through the doors of Falcon Haven like, all right, time to find... Oh, Jesus, what do you want? He, like, drops the armor. What do you want now?
Hey, that's some pretty sweet armor. Is that for sale?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sell it to you. 350.
400 gold. You and I both know it's worth more than that.
450 gold. We both know it's more than that.
So I'm assuming this adamantine is sized for a dwarf, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Okay. So I would go up to oh my god. Kalen. And hey man. Sorry to bother you again. I know you don't want to see my face necessarily, or
you
really
made me say
hammer
rock
thrown.
and stone like some fucking bro. What do you want?
You just said it again. You don't need to say it all the time. You don't need to say it all the time. All right, it's okay. You don't want to kill the phrase. Okay.
Despite what you may think, there is still a crossbow bolt that I have picked out specifically for your dome. So get to the point.
Oh, okay, excellent. Hey, as kind of a way of apology, and at least us starting to give some sort of reparations to you and to your family, I want to give you this adamantine armor. You're gonna put it to good use, I'm sure, but...
Make a persuasion check.
$18.
Tell you what, and he'll take the armor, but then he takes a coin purse that was just in his hand and just puts it in yours. There. Now we're even. And he just gathers up all the sets of armor. All 3 fucking sets of armor, mostly plate, and like hucks them on his shoulder and just starts marching towards the mines.
This is only 20 gold. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
You look inside and you find 350 gold.
Oh. You didn't need to do this. You're getting this back.
He's already.
You're getting this back!
By God, it's my witness! Screaming to the heavens.
Yes.
All right. With that, everybody reconvenes. Arsinoe, you get your bowl.
Hey.
That has totally
Hey, look,
not been shattered.
Look at this thing. It's a salad bowl.
That's what you think.
Not someone's chamber
Not
pot.
yet, it hasn't been.
Is that an option? Like, kind of like, hold, like, you say that, and he's like, okay. She just puts it in the bag.
Gift horses and all that.
Gift horses and all that.
She better explain what that's for, or else someone's gonna use it for something else.
Yeah, nobody, don't touch it.
We're
Off
Boykin,
limits.
Boykin's gonna be like, I need a taste of home.
Yeah.
Oh, with that,
Starts going to the bathroom a minute. Yeah.
Jesus. With that, you all gather up your belongings, your equipment, your robotic horses, and you slowly begin to depart southward, heading for the Sea of Terrafan. No, to Iagarth first, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
Iagarth first.
All right. And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Hooray! Oh, this
I'm
is
so
fun.
excited to be back here.
Yeah.
Like, I love Tal'Dorei. I love Tal'Dorei, but Biven sometimes it's just like that. Like, I just need to
It's-
smash things.
Yes. It is
Scratch.
the
I love Scratch.
Diablo 3 when you need it.
Yeah.
It's just go out, kill a bunch of shit. So, I'm excited. I'm very glad to be with this party again. And thank you guys all for tuning in. Yeah, we are very excited to get back to this party. So tune in next week as we continue the adventure through Biven. This, by the way, for those who are curious, this is the setting document that I'm going to totally be writing this year, if I can, takes place in. So key in if you're interested in this setting. You might be able to play in it one day yourself. Who knows how it works out? But in the meantime, we all love you. Be nice to each other, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I have to be the one ending the stream.
You have to end the stream.
Yeah, good night.
I'm doing nothing.